Hello and welcome to episode 22 SirSmuggler's Let's Play. My power plant is working excellent since my little tinkering last episode, and I've tested it a little more and it seems to be working excellent. So yeah, great stuff. Today I'm gonna fix a little more power supply actually, and I prepared a little bit back here. I built a little housing, and I'm gonna have a bunch of biogas engines in here since we'd started biomass production a while back. I thought it's about time I used it. So let's just lay down a little pipeline here from this place. So I'll do this, and I'll be back when it's done. And here we are, and biofuel is running in here, so that's nice. And I'm gonna place the engines right here, so the fuel line is going to run under the floor here. And in this direction, this is the solar plant, and I'm going to hook up the power line to this guy because that one runs back into my sorting room there, where we are going to need the power. So let's just hook that up like so. And I'm just gonna make it a little tidy, and we're gonna have to move that guy. Like so, and something like that. Because we need, of course, wooden pipes to collect the energy, and like that. So engine, fuel line, engine, and then I can expand with more engines as I go along, but we'll start like this and see how it works. So I'm gonna get a few levers and put here to activate them, and of course some lava to start them up. And I think these engines will pretty much run non-stop if everything works as it should. So lava won't be a problem. We would just need a little bit to get them started, and then I should just run on what they have. And since they will be running all the time, we will need to produce more biofuel, so that should also keep the engines in there running more constant instead of on and off all the time. So overall I think we will have less lava consumption. So that's good. So I'm just gonna go sleep now real quick, and then we'll continue. And here we go. Engines are running. So let's see if this makes any difference in here in terms of the speed at which these machines work. Empty, so I think this one's going a little bit faster actually. It's hard to tell, but this one's surely going faster. And finally, perhaps a little bit more juice here. And it's easy to expand with more engines. The question is though how much biomass my what's it called, fermenter can output, if it can keep up with the demand. And maybe I should put some lava in this guy too, so they are working, because the fermenter will work faster the more energy you give it. So I'll try that. I'll get a little more lava and I'll be right back. So let's see here, if we put in a bit more lava in this guy. Heat up and then start producing energy. Yeah, so let's see, do we notice any difference in here? Yeah, I think it's moving faster now. So we'll just have to let that run for a bit and we'll see if this tank fills up or if it keeps getting drained faster than it can produce new fuel. And also, since we use saplings to produce the biomass, the state of this farm is interesting, because right now I have it set so that it stops working when this chest is full, and it kind of is. So the risk I'm running here is that I'll run out of saplings and just fill up this chest with wood that I don't have any use for at the moment. So I'm gonna have to think about something to do with all this wood, probably. But we'll see when we have let these guys run for a while and see how the situation evolves. So I'll be back when they've been running for a while and we can see how things are going. I decided I want to build another world anchor and to make sure that the biogas production and facility there is covered. It's expensive for sure. 4 gold, I don't like that, but what you gonna do? 2 diamonds, not gonna be a problem though. And of course everything goes in here. Let's see if I remember this correctly. Yep, a world anchor. So I think if I have everything correct, I want this guy somewhere like here. I'm gonna bury it later, but let's just check with F12 and see how much we cover now. And you can see this little purple snowflake-like things. That's what's indicating if the chunk is covered by the chunk loader world anchor or not. So we're fine in this direction, and We are not covering the peat bog, unfortunately. It seems we're stopping right about here, so chunk border, I suppose. Well, it's not really critical, is it? I do want to cover it eventually, but actually we might, let's see how far we go in this direction. We might want to move this thing. So now we are stretching pretty far in this direction that we don't really need to. On the other hand, a chunk is 16 blocks, so if we have a border right here, I believe. No? Here? Let's say it's here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So if I move it one chunk over to the right from here, I'm not going to cover the solar power plant instead, so not a good idea. No, it's going to have to stay right there. I'm just going to put it underground so we don't need to see it. And cover it with sand, like so. And let's turn off that purple snow effect, like so. So now things should work fine even if I go to visit my bees for a while. I mean, and it looks like we are producing biofuel faster than we consume it, so everything should be fine. The only problem is, of course, if we get to a point where these engines start to go run only short periods of time and then stop again, because that's when we consume lava and that's when we get into trouble. But we'll see. For now anyway, it seems to be working really nice. So, what next? Well, looks like it's time to sleep, so I'll be back when it's morning again. I decided to put in a couple more biogas engines here, because I figured it's better to have a bit too many here, so that the engines back in the biomass production room has to run constantly, because then they won't run out of lava. So, like so, engine, let's just tidy it up a bit, and of course I need a couple of levers, or levers, I don't know how you want to pronounce that. But why do you face that way? You should face the same way as your buddies over there. But no, you don't want to do that, do you? If I stand like this then. Yeah, that's better. No, I don't understand. Is it just totally random, or what determines the orientation of a lever when you place it? That's the way I want it anyway. So lava goes in, and if you open this tab you can actually see the temperature, and of course I need to flip the levers to turn them on. So now you can see it starts to heat up, and I think it needs to be about 200 degrees or something to start working. Yeah, and then it goes up to about 200 and, well, I don't know how high it goes, but I suppose I could check on these guys. They've been running for a while, so 550 it looks like. So that means when you reach this temperature, it's going to take a while before it cools down so much that it needs to consume lava to start up again. So that is good. Okay then, let's look in here and see what kind of effect this has on things. Nothing much noticeable, but yeah, I think this one's going a bit faster actually. And you? Yep. Yet a bit faster. I'm guessing this one won't have much to do at all now. Just the occasional spillover. So I think we have pretty much all the power we need for the moment. So let's see, what do I want to do next? I think I'm gonna go visit my bees for a while and see how things work out when with the chunk loaders. Yeah, that might be a good idea. So I'll be right back. My bees will have to wait a little while longer because well, I have some things to show you here in our forestry room. As you can see, I've put up a bunch more carpenters. Particularly we got crates, and let's see what we can do with those. I'm gonna put up two more carpenters. So we're gonna need to hook them up with power. And of course I want to use the gates just as on all the other machines to make sure we got of course I need to place the actual machines before I can find the condition for has work. This is a bit annoying sometimes, but there we go. And can I still access the gate there? Yes, that's good. So has work, send red pipe signal, and same for this guy. I suppose I'm gonna have to take that off to access this gate. Has work, send red pipe signal. And of course we need water to this, like so. And I want to fix up the floor here. There we go. And what else? What else? Well, we want to request a bunch of coal and a few crates. Actually, one should be quite enough for now. And one supplier logistics pipe, and we're gonna make one crafting logistics pipe. Actually I want two of them, but okay. That will do for now. And the coal went into my backpack, of course. So let's see. If I were to put a crate in there and 9 pieces of coal, I get crated coal. So basically you can compress 9 pieces of coal into one item. And I am running out of room in my chest for coal, so I want to do this to compress things a bit. But I want to do it automated somehow, so let's see how we can do this. So first off I want to place my provider pipe on this guy, and let's just, again it's kind of hard to place, or maybe if it's, yeah, you can place, when you right click you open the interface for the machine instead of placing the pipe, but if you hold the crouch key you can place it. So we want to make sure this guy gets supplied with, let's borrow this one, crates, let's say 12 or so. And let's put that one back. And get some pipes. What else do we need? Well, I think I'm gonna need a chassis pipe actually, and a terminus module. So I'm gonna have to go and craft those because I don't have any in stock. So I'll be back when I have those pipes. So I'm back here with a chassis Mark II pipe. Let's see if I place that right there. It should connect fine, and you see some crates coming in to the supplier pipe here. Filling up with crates. Nice. And let's see, here we want a terminus module and a extractor module, if I'm not mistaken, to pull from the side, I guess. And terminus module, take care of any excess coal for me, would you please? And let's see, we probably want to pick out a few more pieces of coal just to test this out. And here we go. So I got some more coal. Now if I fill up here, coal, it immediately produced something, and I think it pulled it out as well. And that's gonna go straight to my default route, of course. We should head over there and see. So it should be right in here. And it's not. So where did it go? I'm gonna have to find out, I guess. So I'll be back when I tracked it down. So it did eventually end up here where I thought it would be, but it just took some time to get here. So if I wait a little while, we should get another one, but let's just take this one out for now and do some adjustments here in my coal chest for... So if I place in like that, it should, the network will detect that there's no more room for coal in this chest, so any more coal will go to the terminus module for coal, which will crate it up, and any crates will then go into this chest instead. So where's that second crate I created? I noticed the network is really slow. I might want to rearrange the piping underground here, because at the moment I believe we are hooked up. Let's see. If I remember correctly, I have a pipeline straight underneath here that goes and meets up with the pipes coming from, well, that pipe coming down from the coke ovens and then into my sorting room. So the items produced in my forestry room there is going to go first over to the tree farm, and then over to this farm, and then all the way over there, and then back into my sorting room. So it's quite a detour. I mean, it works, but it's very slow. So, and when I think about it, we might actually be, this part might actually be outside the chunk loaded stuff, so that's not good, obviously. So I think I want to rearrange and pull the piping from the tree farm intersection here and meet up with the piping from that area somewhere around there instead. That should speed up the process a bit and also ensure that the main pathways are in the chunk loaded areas. But I'll do that off camera sometime, not right now. Because now I have like completely forgotten what I was supposed to do. Suppose I wanted to check for that other crate of coal that I created. It really does take a long time, so I'm gonna have to fix that, obviously. And things that are going to the default route in a network are going slower than things that are items that has some higher priority destination to go to. And another thing I don't think I've shown you is I set up a auto-crafting bench here to compress iron into iron blocks, similar to what I did with sand to sandstone, because my ingots chest here was getting full, so we're filling up with iron. blocks instead. I might want to upgrade the chest eventually to iron chest, but we're good for now. So, still no crates of coal. That is odd. Maybe it was just... maybe the first one disappeared somewhere and the second one was actually the one I picked out earlier. I honestly have no idea. Oh, of course it went in here. Well then, that's good. I'm just gonna borrow that for a while, and there's one more thing I want to set up back here before we proceed. Because created coal is all fine and nice, you save room, but when you want to use coal, you obviously don't want a crate, you want individual pieces of coal. So how do we fix that? Well, that's what we're going to use this one for. If I place a crate there, we're going to get 9 pieces of coal. So let's first place down a crafting pipe and teach him about that. So if you get 1 crate, you will get 9 pieces of coal. So then, now we should be able to do something like this. So this chest is filled to capacity in regards to coal. So if I dump these pieces in here, they're gonna zip away and hopefully get crated. Looks like this one is not really... no, that's not what we want. So when a whole stack comes at once, it's not gonna split it up. So we need to do something else about that, don't we? Yeah. So I'm gonna think about some kind of solution to that little problem, and I'll be right back. I decided I'm just gonna leave it as it is at the moment anyway, because large stacks is only going to come in if I manually deposit a large stack in one of my quick sort chests. Whatever comes in from the quarry or produced in some of the machines is just going to be either single pieces at a time or small stacks. And I think that will even out over time anyway, so no big deal. So now we got a little compacting system for our coal. You could actually do something like, that's why I put this chest here, because I was trying something. You could have the excess coal go into a chest and then have a wooden pipe pumping it out from the chest into the machine. Because if you use a wooden pipe and a wooden engine, it's going to pull out one item at a time instead of stacks. But I can't really do that with this compact build I have here. Then I'd have to space it out more to have room to connect the pipe coming from the chest to one of the sides without interfering with the other pipes. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. I don't think it will be a problem really. And a bonus effect is of course that we're gonna use up some of all the excess wood that we have, even though only 4 pieces of wood gives you 24 crates, so it's really not a lot of wood. And I also set up this system here. Let's see. You can take 1 piece of wood and turn it into wood pulp. And wood pulp you can turn into paper. So now I've got a system where I could just go request paper and have it manufactured. So that's nice. If I ever need paper, I don't need to plant any reeds or stuff like that. Not that there's anything wrong with planting reeds, but so maybe I should go visit my bees now after all. I actually fixed up the pipeline here under the ground, so we get a little more efficient item flow between these production centers. And looking at the time, I think that little bee visit will have to be, well, either off camera or in the next episode. So yeah, I'm just gonna wrap this one up because as usual I have managed to go above that 30-minute mark that I'm aiming for. So I'm just gonna say until next time, bye bye!